I'm Jim Bush. I've been coming to St. Paul since about 2019. That'll be about 6 years now. We started looking for a church when my wife passed away, and we tried several churches in the area, and this one in particular we found was very welcoming and warm and had what I consider the manifestations of the Spirit. So we like what we saw, and we've pretty much been coming ever since. I was really impressed by the ministries in this church. The handicapable ministry, the open arms ministry, all the other ministries, they're really focused on what I think the Christian ministries are supposed to be, and they seem to be very effective. We're really feeding people, we're really helping people, so it's the kind of thing I really wanted to be a part of. And when I saw that, it felt like this was really what I ought to be doing. When my wife passed away, we felt like we really need to get back into a church, and particularly her passing was it was a big deal for me. I really had to call on God's help, and He helped me in a lot of ways to get through the grief and the changes. So one of the things I realized I had to do was come and be a part of a Christian community again. So here I am. We like the open table. The approach that the congregation takes is very accepting of anybody. So you have no reason to be afraid of us. We're a good Christian group, and we do good things. We do the things that the Bible tells you should be doing. So you can actually trust this group to lead you in the right direction.
Great. Well, thank you, Jim. You may not know Jim as he goes to the first service, but he's a great guy, and I appreciate him sharing his testimony with us. This is the last Sunday of our stewardship campaign, which is called Live Generously. And so we've been taking a few moments to look at some slides, talk about some things. So if you want to put the first one up there. This is income streams to our church, and basically it's just to show you how much, basically 91% of the money that we use to do our ministries and fund everything here at the church comes from gifts that people, your generosity is how we do that. And we have only about almost 10% comes from other income outside the church, which we do lease out our facilities to people to do certain things, and so all of that adds together and helps us out with our budget. So I just want to kind of let you see that that's kind of where we are as far as money that is all given and money that we actually come in from other income streams, because we're going to talk about other income streams just a little later actually in the message. So just kind of wanted you to see that so you'll be aware. And then the next graph. This is our year-to-date giving, and I was wrong. Last week I said it was through November or through October, but it's actually through September. So there's like a quarter that's not on here. But this shows how people in our congregation, where their giving is in different percentages. If you give $1 to 1,000, you're in the first group. If you give like $5,000, you're in like the middle group. That's 6%. If you give between 10 and 100, or actually over 100, then that puts you in the other group down there. And I just put this up here so you can see kind of where we are, see where you are in your giving, where you fit in with the church. And I want to say, the first column is kind of large. That's half the congregation. And I want to say, if for many of you, that's where you need to be. That's where you can give, and God bless you, and thank you. We appreciate your generosity and your faithfulness. I have a hard time believing, though, that half our congregation is there. So I want to challenge some of you that you could be over in that next category there, that in the coming year, that maybe you make the commitment to do that, to go ahead and move over one more. And matter of fact, wherever you are, you may look up there and say, man, I'm right on the edge of the next one. So maybe this year you want to move up just a little bit and maybe go into the next column. This just is a snapshot of kind of where we are. I've already had several of you have already told me that you plan on increasing your gift for next year. I'm going to increase my gift for next year. And so if this hasn't been a part of what you've been really doing as a part of your commitment to St. Paul, for some of you, maybe you haven't been giving at all, and to get in the first one will be a goal to do this year. But wherever, I just kind of wanted you to see that analysis and kind of see where we are. Okay?